What's going on, guys? Britta here, and we are back with Free Code Camp. On the last episode, we finished up Learn CSS Variables by building a city skyline, and on this episode, we're going to learn CSS Grid by building a magazine. CSS Grid gives you control over the rows and columns of your web page design. In this course, you'll build a magazine article. You'll learn how to use CSS Grid, including concepts like grid rows and grid columns. So let's get started. And this is a preview of what we're going to build here. Looking pretty cool. Looks like it's got a little calculator there. Pictures, different articles, a quote. Pretty cool. So let's get started. Begin with your standard HTML boilerplate. Oh my gosh. A doc type declaration, an HTML element, specifying this page is in English. I think that's wrong. That's so wrong. There we go. You should indicate a space after the doc type reference. Oh, you should have an opening. I didn't read the rest of this. Let me start over. Add a doc type declaration and HTML element specifying this page is in English, a head element, and a body element. So, body / body. Add a meta tag with the appropriate char set and a meta tag for mobile representation. So, oh wait. You should have two meta element, meta char set. What's the other one? Why am I drawing a blank right now? Meta. What is it? What is it? What is it? Meta name. I think this is what they're asking for. Initial scale 1. Close. Nope. Okay, one meta element should have a name set to viewport and content set to width equals device initial scale equals 1.0. Okay. Awesome. On to the next step. Add a title element. So title element with the text magazine, a link element for the font style sheet, a link for the font awesome style sheet, and a link for styles. So Why am I having a... I am like forgetting everything I'm supposed to know here. Okay. Why does it look wrong? Oh, come on, Brittany. I forgot the equal sign. I was like, why is this not working out here? Style sheet. Dot slash styles.css. Alright, and then I need to do a link. How do I link? So this is for the style sheet, for the font style sheet. I guess I can do that twice. Link row, because they're both style sheets, but one's for font. And then I just need to copy this. But there's two. Add a title element with text, a link element for the font style sheet, a link for the font awesome style sheet, and a link for your... So I guess I should have 3 style sheets. And this one. Not missing... there we go. That missing equal sign really messed me up there for a second. Alright. Within your body, create a main element. Then in that element, create a section with a class at a heading. So we're going to create a main / main. Inside that, we're going to create a section class heading. Okay. All right. Within your dot heading element, create a header element with the class set to hero. Okay, in that element, create an image with the source equal to this here. Copy that. All right, we can see it's already changing here. I wish I could like zoom in and out of this because I can't make it much smaller. All right, in that element, create an image element with source set to the alt set to free code camp logo, and the class set to hero image. The loading attribute on the image element can be set to lazy to tell the browser not to fetch image resource until it is needed, as in when the user scrolls the image into view. As an additional benefit, lazy loaded elements will not load until the non-lazy elements are loaded. This means users with slow internet connections can view the content of your page without having to wait for the images to load. Give your new image element a loading attribute set to lazy. After image element, add an H1 element. So here's the image. An H1 element with a class set to hero title. And the text set to our new curriculum. So followed by a P element with a class set to hero subtitle. And the text set to our efforts to restructure our curriculum with a more project-based focus. And we can see that's already being populated here. Hopefully I spelled everything right, and I did not. Our efforts to restructure our curriculum with a more project-based focus. Okay, I think it's the period. Yep, it was the period. Okay, your image currently takes up a lot of space. Yes, it does. To better see what you are working on, add a width attribute to the image element. So here we're going to add width of 400. And it's much smaller now. You'll remove this later on when you have worked on the CSS. After header element, create a div with the class set to author. Within that div, create a P element with the class set to author name. And give it the text by free code camp. Wrap the free code camp portion in an A element. Ref set to https freecodecamp.org. You should create, below that, oh wait, I didn't finish this part. Within that PL, create class set to author name, wrap the free code camp in an A element, and the target set to blank. So the target blank. Below that, add a second P element with the class publish date. And the text March 7th, 2019. Okay. There we go. Alright guys, we are on step 7. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. And then on the next episode, we're going to start on step 8. But I do want to thank you guys for hanging out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.